Hi, I'm Mari Mendoza, arts content editor with the San Francisco Chronicle, and I'm here today with Lou Adler, the man behind Monterey Pop, 1967 and 2017.
Sort of 2017.
2017, yeah. Tell me, how did it feel to walk on to the grounds 50 years later, same exact site of Monterey Pop in 1967, same exact dates too.
Same days also,
Yeah, same
Friday,
days.
Saturday, Sunday. It's amazing, you really can't, you don't know what to expect on the way over here. But it's an emotional thing because immediately it starts memories flowing. And for me, I thought a lot about John Phillips, who's no longer with us, but who was very with me in doing the festival. That's what I did. I thought a lot about the people that were here then, and unfortunately not now.
Right. Take us back to 1967. Okay. What were your favorite moments from then?
All of those iconic musical moments of Janis Joplin and Hendrix and The Who. But Otis Redding was the epitome of what we were trying to do with the festival, and that's bring the music to an audience that would be so comfortable that they could appreciate it, and he would then feel it and just kept on rising and rising and rising until it exploded.
Was there like an actual moment where you knew, like, wow, this is going to be a part of history, music history, and American pop culture history?
I don't, when you're in it, I don't think those thoughts are. I mean, the moment that the association hit that first chord, I realized whatever we tried to do was about to happen.
That was the opening act, right?
Yeah, opening act on Friday.
So now, 50 years forward, we're in a time where people are attached to their cell phones, posting on Facebook and tweeting live. That wasn't the case back then, and so I think it made it feel so, that much more exclusive to the folks then. Right. Do you think that now that in the age of social media, it's adding this different layer of pressure or just some different element to this one?
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, really, but it's totally different because we were exposing music groups and music not only to the people that were there, but to the artists. They hadn't seen most of these people. They heard about them. They heard about Jimi Hendrix. Maybe they heard music from The Who. San Francisco groups knew each other. But basically, I mean, they were excited, and that excitement came through in the music and the performance. So I think it's very different that they weren't exposed until that moment.
So Monterey Pop is part of this larger narrative of Summer of Love, which everybody's celebrating this year. And in speaking to the folks that are celebrating that anniversary, they were talking about how the political climate in 1960s, there's like a parallel to the political climate now. Would you agree with that?
Oh, I agree completely. A fellow, Andrew Oldham, who was the manager and producer of the Rolling Stones, and he said to me, he was writing a speech about Monterey, and he said because of what was happening, Monterey was needed at that moment, both from the spirit of Monterey and the music. And I think the same thing now. We're going through some rough times. I watched CNN this morning. I couldn't believe this guy. So it's needed.
Yeah, I was going to say, the generation now, you're bringing this kind of Monterey Pop experience to them in a time that they probably
needed. They're looking for something different than what is being fed to them. Mm-hmm. And as corny as it is, they're looking for music and love. Flowers, maybe, but music and love, definitely.
Now, I know you said you aren't trying to replicate Monterey Pop of 1967, and I mean, you can't, right? I mean, we
weren't trying to. We knew going in we could celebrate it, but we couldn't replicate it.
Yeah. But there are going to be 3 original performers. That's Phil Lesh, Eric Burdon, Booker T. Jones, and then on top of that, you have Nora Jones, the daughter of another original performer, Ravi Shankar, and your son's here, Cisco Adler.
My son
He's
Cisco
playing.
performs tomorrow in a group called Jamtown. But I think there's going to be some surprises too of who plays with who.
Ooh, I know there's going to be tributes, so that's another way to bridge kind of the old and the new, right?
Yeah, but tributes, it's a funny word. It's a little stiffer than what's going to happen, I think.
Ooh, I like these little hints you're dropping. Okay. So what do you hope people walk away with? I mean, I'm sure there's going to be folks here who actually attended the 1967 Monterey Pop.
They've been coming up to me, actually.
Oh, that's great. And then there's also folks who weren't born then and are kind of grew up with the legend and are hoping to get that feeling that maybe their parents or so had.
I think it's a question for you, actually. You weren't born then. What are you feeling?
Ooh, turn the tables on me. To be honest, learning about the Summer of Love and Monterey Pop, I feel like I'm certainly getting into the lore and kind of wrapped in the mythology of that peace and love, learning a little bit more of kind of the uglier side of that time as well.
Yeah, no.
And so it's really exciting to be like, whatever happens this weekend, it's a part of history, right?
The number isn't important. The people that came or are still coming here, that's what's important. And they're drawn by the music and they're drawn by the spirit of Monterey. And if that's all that happens, I'm thrilled. Yeah.
So is there going to be another one? Are we looking to make this an annual event, or are we going to have to wait another 50 years?
Well, we had to wait 50 for this one to be another. So it's really hard. I think after after it's over and everybody sits down and sees how it was accepted and if everybody had a good time, it's a possibility.
All right. Well, you heard it here, Mr. Lou Adler. To learn more about Summer of Love and to keep looking at Monterey Pop 50, go to www.sfchronicle.com.